We'll be back in session, right?
I think you just hit the gavel and just declare the recess over. We're back in session.
Recess is over.
Mr. Gasaway, I believe Carrie said she's finished over there.
Oh, okay. We're back in session. The first item on the agenda is the consent agenda. We have the council report November 4th, 2022 through November 17th, 2022. The Board of Aldermen budget workshop minutes November 7th, 2022. The Board of Aldermen regular meeting minutes November 7th, 2022. Board of Aldermen executive session meeting minutes November 7th, 2022. And the October 2022 collector's report.
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as printed.
I'll second.
Mayor, roll call, please.
Alderman Phelan.
Aye.
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Sanders.
Aye.
Next on the item, on the agenda, we have ordinances and resolutions. The first ordinance is bill number 2022-36, an ordinance amending the code of ordinances regarding the building permit fees for communications/utility towers or similar structures. Administrator Stolberg.
This is an ordinance that came about because we have a communications tower being put up in the city, and we did not have anything specifically that guided us on the permit fees for such tower, because it's not really a building, it's a tower. So we discussed it at the last meeting and came up that we would use gross construction cost times the fee multiplier 0.0056 as our standard fee for communications towers and things of that like. And it is now before you for approval.
I'll introduce bill number 2022-36 for first and second reading by title only.
Bill number 2022-36, an ordinance amending the code of ordinances of the city of St. Clair regarding the building permit fee pertaining to communications/utility towers or similar structures within the city of St. Clair. Second reading, an ordinance amending the code of ordinances of the city of St. Clair regarding the building permit fee pertaining to communications/utility towers or similar structures within the city of St. Clair.
I move to approve bill number 2022-36 as read.
I'll second.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Salem.
Aye.
Alderman Phelan. Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Bill number 2022-36 becomes ordinance number 2086. I know bill number 2022-37 is on here, but we need to table that.
Correct. We need to table that so that we can
Do we need a motion to do that, or take that off the agenda?
Be appropriate just to propose to table it, a motion to table it to further consideration.
At this time, I move to remove from the agenda the item H, bill number 2022-37 for further consideration.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, the next one's not on the agenda.
Is there a revised agenda? Was the plat approval on?
Yes, it was on the planning and zoning meeting last week.
Now, is it on our agenda?
No.
Is there a revised agenda that maybe we don't have the latest one at our table?
Yes, it was emailed.
Is it the one? Oh, okay.
And it's one.
So the one that's posted allows us to take up the plat.
I'll give it right back. Okay. Bill number 2022-38, an ordinance approving the Phase 1 plat of the villas at Stone Ledge. Administrator Stolberg.
This is a plat that went before the Planning and Zoning Commission last week. This is the Phase 1 of the villas at Stone Ledge condominiums. It's right down the street, and it has, I think it's 9 buildings in that first phase. And this is the final plat for
I'd like to introduce bill number 2022-38 for first and second reading by title only.
Bill number 2022-38, an ordinance approving the Phase 1 plat of villas at Stone Ledge, a condominium of part of the villas at Stone Ledge located in the northwest quarter and the southwest quarter of Section 25, Township 42 North, Range 1 west of the 5th PM in the city of St. Clair, Franklin County, Missouri. Second reading, an ordinance approving the Phase 1 plat of the villas at Stone Ledge, a condominium of part of the villas at Stone Ledge located in the northwest quarter and the southwest quarter of Section 25, Township 42 North, Range 1 west of the 5th PM in the city of St. Clair, Franklin County, Missouri.
I move to approve bill number 2022-38 as read.
I'll second.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Beal.
Aye.
Alderman Salem.
Aye.
Motion carries. Bill number 2022-38 becomes ordinance number 2088. Well,
I'm gonna let the record reflect that it becomes ordinance number 2087 since you tabled the last
the last
So
round.
that needs to be changed on the ordinance form you just approved. It's ordinance 2087. It's passed.
Change that in the other one as well.
On the first page.
Because I think the last time we tabled that, we held that number with it.
Yeah, keep it,
Unfinished business. Administrator Stolberg.
Yes, one of the things that was brought up for reconsideration or consideration at the last meeting was the Alderman Frosser's tendering her resignation. This was back in July. The email that Alderman Frosser submitted is in your packet, and it says that she is submitting her resignation effective July 19th, 2022, with the last board Alderman meeting being July 18th, 2022. And so the Board of Aldermen felt that it was appropriate to formally recognize that resignation.
I'll make a motion to accept Alderman Frosser's resignation as presented.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Beal.
Aye.
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Salem.
Aye.
Motion carries. New business, appointment of Craig Sullivan as Emergency Management Director. Administrator Stolberg.
Yes, this came up because, Craig Sullivan is going to be our Emergency Management Director. And therefore, FEMA requires it to be officially sanctioned by the governing body that our Emergency Management Director be accepted by the governing body. So he is going to be selected to do that, or has been selected to do that.
I make a motion to appoint Craig Sullivan as our Emergency Management Director.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Salem.
Aye.
Alderman Beal.
Aye.
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Attorney Boss.
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Administrator Stolberg.
I just got a few short things. We are in a spending freeze effective November 8th. We had another budget workshop this morning, and we are still working on the budget, and we will get that done. The last thing is that we, and I brought it for discussion, but it's also something we discussed at the budget workshop. Credit card fees, we're paying almost $17,000 a year in credit card fees for people to use their credit cards. And one of the things that I wanted to discuss was that we charge that fee to the people who use the credit cards to pay their bills and so on. So I have actually spoken to a few other city managers and city administrators on Missouri listserv. A number of cities do charge between 2 and 3% for the use of credit cards, and so I would like to say that we should pass that fee along to the user. And should we decide this, we should put it on the next monthly bill so that they can be aware that it wouldn't be changing on January 1st. It's one of the reasons why I want to bring it up now, so we can get it out as soon as possible.
What is the actual fee that we pay?
I'm not sure of the percentage that we actually pay, but
We made a motion to reflect that whatever you discover in calling whoever you need to call, that be charged, because we still don't want to take a 1% cut. We need to collect it all. Agree?
Is it a percent of the bill amount? Is that how that is? Or is it percent based on, you know, like $0 to $100 is this much? Or is that just how some companies pass it on?
I'm not sure how they collect it. I believe it's a percentage of the total bill, but it may have like a set standard fee, and then 1 or 2% above that. We'll have to research that to find out.
Either way, if people want to use a credit card, they should take the charge for it. We should
Right.
take it.
And
Since we
just
allow
so-
them to use it.
If you, let's say you went to the store and you bought something on your credit card, let's Target, they pay that fee. If you take that item back and they take it off your credit card, they get charged again that fee.
Every credit card has a different fee base, so I think the approach, yeah, because just for instance, in my line of work, whenever people use their charge card and the statement comes through, there's a different, it could be a different fee depending on the card that they used. So I think we're gonna have to look at a set fee that would cover, you know, any, and that's gonna be tricky because the fee will be different if you've got a $70 bill than if you have a $30 bill. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of studying to decide how to be fair, and I think the best way to do that would be to set a fee rather than base it on what our charge card fee is, because that's a moving target. You're not gonna know what that is. So you're gonna have to do a little study and find out what, maybe average our bills. I know that's a little bit of work, and then decide what would be fair. Probably people that pay the lesser water bill may be paying a little bit more, but you have to be fair across the board.
So you're recommending setting a
I
flat
think-
fee?
I
Like,
think you would have to set a flat fee.
you use your credit card and you pay $5
If you're,
instead of doing it a
if our
percent.
actual goal is to you know, defray the cost that we pay, I think so.
Well, if somebody's water and sewer bill in refuge is $200, which I'm sure there's a number of residents, and we only charge $5, we're still in the hole on
Yes,
that.
we are. Yes, we are. So that's why you're going to have to do a flat fee that's going to cover the wide range and probably work on an average. And yes, the people that have the larger amount are probably going to get a break, and the people that have the smaller amount are probably going to, you know, be the ones that are hit. But I don't know how else you would do it.
Is that why
because-
some businesses base it on the amount that the bill is? Like if you,
Percentage.
or,
Most communities do, it's just
Most
percentage.
Yeah.
Most communities do a
$60,
percentage,
2%.
Yeah.
2.5%,
Most of the time
3%.
it's 3% or something
Right.
like that.
A convenience fee is what most people call it.
Right.
yeah.
And there would be a percentage. I'm sorry if I didn't get that.
Not a fixed dollar, a percentage.
Yeah, a percentage, yes.
Do any of you know how the county charges? Because I know they have a fee when you pay with a charge card. I know it's on your tax bill, it tells you.
Mhm.
Besides that, could we get this fast track so that we can vote on it at our next meeting, get an ordinance written up.
If we wait till our next meeting, the bills will already have gone out, won't they?
Well, we might
That's
have to
December
start
5th.
billing in January.
Right, it'll be January.
But your argument was-
But the bills telling people that if you pay by credit card after January 1st,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah. So I was kind of hoping we could do that tonight. I truly believe that if we do either 2.5% or 3%, that should cover the vast majority, if not all, of our fees.
I honestly don't think it will, because at the auction company, and this was several years ago, when I talked them into starting to charge a fee, they were being charged 3% then, and I told them, you charge 4%, which they did, and now I've heard that now the credit cards companies have moved up to 4%. So they're not making 1% on that anymore. I just think 2.5 or 3 is too low, and we're still gonna be paying out money for something that we shouldn't be.
Well, was our design to recoup all charge card, I mean, we talked about that, all charge card fees, or do we start at 2.5 and evaluate that, because we evidently don't have a history as to how much we're going to be able to recoup. I'm wondering if we can't start out at a 2 or 2.5, evaluate that next year and make adjustment if we need to, because you'll have figures to base it on.
Most figure a 3. I
Yeah.
think most everybody,
I think a
I'd say,
3.
I think a 3.
Yeah.
Does the
For
water
sure.
bill have to state the fee? I mean, couldn't it just say, from this point forward, you will be charged a convenience fee if you use your credit card?
You need to state it.
It's a nice thing to do ahead of time, and people can prepare for it. There are ways to pay without a credit card, but you can pay online through your online checking account or whatever, but you have to know how to do it, and you have to look it up and find out how to do it. And so this may be something that they would want to do to, not have to pay that convenience fee. I just think it's a considerate thing to do to our residents to give them advance notice.
I'll actually just make a motion that we assess a 3% credit card processing fee or convenience fee for the year of 2023, and then reevaluate where that falls in our processing fees at the end of 23.
That's your motion?
Yes, I made a motion to set it at 3% for 2022, no, for 2023,
2023,
and
yes.
then reevaluate at the end of the year and adjust as needed.
I'll second that.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes?
Aye.
Alderman Dean?
Aye.
Alderman Saley?
Aye.
Motion carries. Should put that out on social media as well.
And that's all I have.
Mr. Ivy?
Couple things. One, we got notice last week that we did not receive the DNR grant for water sewer to the airport property. So there was $510,000 of ARPA funds that were allocated to that by motion of this board. So I don't know if we need a second motion to unallocate that money and return it to the ARPA funds, or if that just goes away, or I don't know how that works. But, and the other thing is, over on Lee Court, last week, the trash truck drove over the street collapsed due to the pipe, one of the pipes being washed out. We have pipe in-house. I have sizes for, the issue is there was no box culvert in the ground when that was done. So typically when you put in storm sewer, you run the pipe into a